if you are someone that you're constantly looking for things outside of yourself to make you feel good about yourself, you're constantly looking for validation, you're constantly looking to people, places, or things to make you feel good about yourself, like you've literally postponed your happiness, you've literally postponed your worthiness, you've literally postponed your enoughness until someone, something, or somewhere tells that to you before you believe it, then this video is for you. The notification just came. The lady I sent the message to, so I sent it to her and she hasn't responded. And before, when I send messages to people and they don't respond, you know, things start going on in my head. Like, welcome to my channel, my name is Tej. Welcome to Bloom in Love. You're at Bloom in Love. We discuss all things personal development, life in general, spirituality, manifestation, etc. This video, I want to use an experience I had today to tell you that you do not need anything outside yourself. You do not need anyone outside of yourself. You do not need anywhere outside of yourself to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel enough, to make you feel you're worthy. So if this seems like what you'd love to hear, so let's dive deep into the video. On this channel, one of the reasons I decided to do YouTube was to come here and be authentically me, to share things how they happen to me, and also to help others use my own experience to help them move through whatever it is the challenges they are going through in their life. So yeah, one of the ways I have struggled with that, there's one part of me that knows that that is what I really want to do, but there's another part of me that struggles with worthiness, with enoughness. Am I sure? Can I do this? Am I worthy? Is my story worthy? Do people really want to sit and watch or listen to me share my story? Like, am I enough? Basically, imposter syndrome. And one of the things I've been doing in the last few weeks, especially this year, is to be authentically me regardless, knowing and trusting that there's someone out there, there are a lot of someone's out there that are waiting for me to share my story, to inspire them to do, have whatever it is that they desire, right? I am a coach. I am a spirituality and manifestation coach, but for the reasons I mentioned of me struggling with imposter syndrome, I had to take a break from it for a while to work more on my own beliefs and all that. So, like, I looked through my life of me going through my dark night of the soul, going through my spiritual awakening, and how I didn't even know I was going through spiritual awakening, how I struggled through it. I went through 3 years of depression, sunk really deep into the shadow of grief, losing my dad. And yeah, at the point I never even knew what I was going through was spiritual. I didn't even know there was anything as spiritual awakening. Neither did I know that I was going through dark night of the soul. And yeah, I had to go through a lot, and I attracted people that are outside of my community, outside of my country, to come and tell me that this is what you're going through. If I could realize that, okay, I am actually going through spiritual awakening. So I feel this call, I feel this need to be that for people. I feel this, like, I like to share that to people through my own story, through my own experience, because a lot of people, like I said, they don't even know what they are going through. They just feel depressed. They just feel like life no longer has meaning and all that. So I like to use my story to, like, inspire them, to let them know you're going through spiritual awakening. This pain, this grief, this whatever it is you're going through is you going through dark night of the soul, right? So in the last few weeks, I have been just attracting this sort of people towards my life. So it's either I go somewhere, someone is telling me about someone that is depressed, or I go somewhere and someone that is depressed comes to meet me, and we start a conversation. He doesn't even know what he's going through, and I'm able to just, in that few minutes of conversation, let them open them up to see that, okay, you're actually depressed. These are the symptoms of spiritual awakening. You're going through that point of the story, right? So I've just noticed in the last few weeks that this has become very glaring, and I'm actually looking forward to putting out a course to that effect. So let's go back to my story. So yesterday I was home, and then someone that I also helped through this process sent me a message, and she was like, she knows someone that is depressed, and she just gave me a brief history about her, and she would love to share my number with us. I was like, oh yeah, please share my number with her. I always feel happy when I get to help people, right? So she shared my number with her. It was pretty late, so I couldn't like have a video call. I like to first have a video call with the person. So we chatted on WhatsApp, and she sent me a voice message where she was crying. She was broken. She lost her mom. And yeah, she was broken. I just knew that I needed to talk to this person, even if it's not video. So I called her on audio call on WhatsApp, and we're having a conversation. And the way she was crying, the depth of her tears, I felt like her mom just died like two weeks or 2 months ago, and she told me it's 4 years ago. And I'm like, oh my god, I can already sense that you, in the last 4 years, you shelf the pain of losing your mom, because she kept saying, why would her mom die like that? She doesn't have anyone to talk to. Why would her mom just die? Why would her mom leave her alone and all that, right? This is 4 years after your mom died, and I still think about my dad and I still cry. But that pain was so, it felt so fresh, like she just lost her mom. And I was just like, I can already tell that you have been shelving the pain. You just kept the pain somewhere, not attended to it, not feeling it. And the only way you can heal is to feel. We feel to heal. So I had a conversation with her, and we scheduled a video call, right? And then I woke up this morning to a message from her, and she was just telling me about anger and everything. I was telling her that the anger you feel is not really the anger you feel, it's why you feel the anger, right? So I go ahead and I sent her a voice message to explain something to her using her profession. She's a nurse. So I use the nursing profession to explain what it means to go to the root of stuff instead of just treating it on the surface. Like, you need to know why, like, if so I use medicine, like if a patient comes, even if they need to give the patient like a first aid treatment to relieve the pain in the moment, the doctor still needs to run a background test to understand the reason why the person is going through that. Like, if they don't diagnose the why, they would not be able to treat the patient, right? So I did that for her, and guess what? This is why I'm saying that you don't need anything, anyone, or anywhere outside of you to feel good about yourself. So like I said, I was I was I'm currently on a break from coaching because I noticed I started burning out. I noticed that I started having a lot of self-doubt towards my coaching. My clients were having breakthroughs, but for some reason that I can't, imposter syndrome, feeling of unworthiness, I started doubting myself. So I knew that if I did not take time off to like work on that limiting belief, I would attract that to be my reality. So I took time off, and now it seemed like life is calling me back to it. With the way the last few weeks I've just been having people that are depressed around me, having people that are going through what I went through few years, 4 5 years ago, right? And yeah, I noticed life is calling me back to coaching. So guess what? This morning I sent her the message, and that place in my head, that little voice in my head, the wounded child inside of me started doubting myself again. Like, are you even sure you are saying what she needs to hear? Are you sure that are you sure you're a coach? Are you sure you can do this? Are you like, all the limited beliefs started coming out? And this time what I did was I just said, I know what I'm doing. I know I have trained for this all of my life. All the experiences I've had all of my life is for this. And one thing, the people that know me personally know that whenever I go through anything in my life, I'm always going through it with for the people that I know I'm going to guide, for the people I know I'm going to help get through stuff like this. I am I would I basically just I get inspired to go through things, no matter how hard it is, just because I know that there's someone out there in months down the line, years down the line, that will experience the same thing, and I'll be able to use my own experience to guide them through it, right? So I was just like, yeah, this was what you went through. This was how you got through it. You've trained for this, you've trained for this all of your life. If anyone comes to your field and they don't feel resonated to what you're saying, it's not your fault, it's totally them. Then they are not your people, they are not your person. They just have to go. Your right people will come to you. And that was what I just kept telling. Whenever the negative thought comes, that was the counter thought I was using to using on the thought, right? So I said all that throughout. And today, like, I'm still in my robe. Today I decided to just have a very slow day. I've been busy in the last few weeks, and today I was like, I just want to have a slow day. I just want to pace myself today, just be by myself, all alone, just enjoy my own company, basically. Yeah, I was having this breakthrough, just being happy, and just having synchronicities after synchronicities, just having synchronicities after synchronicities, reaffirming to me that um, I am enough, I am worthy, I am a coach, and this is my purpose, and I'm doing my purpose. And anyone that doesn't feel resonated to how, because one of the things is I struggle with the how I share. I feel like, oh, I should be doing it a different way, I should do it a certain way, but this is who I am, and I want to be authentically me. If Yeah, I just want to be authentically me. I don't want to form, I don't want to pretend to be who I'm not. So yeah, I was just telling myself that, and I had so many synchronicities this morning reaffirming that to me. I was just catching up on a course I am doing. The notification just came. The lady I sent the message to, so I sent it to her and she hasn't responded. And before, when I send messages to people and they don't respond, things start going on in my head, like all the self-doubt, the fear, whatever start playing on in my head, right? And I guess that was what was going on this morning before I used the right thoughts, the right affirmation to the right belief, right? So I was just going through the course and a notification just dropped on my phone and she was like, wow, this is deep. And I just smiled, I just laughed, I just paused and I laughed. I was like, oh my gosh, imagine yourself. Like, imagine if you allowed yourself this whole day just struggling, trying to, waiting for her to say these things for you to feel good, waiting for her to say these things for you to feel like you're enough, waiting for her to say these things to validate yourself. And I knew I was gonna film a video today, but I wanted, like, I already scheduled the filming. But immediately this just, I was like, this is the perfect thing for me to talk about. And I hope as you listen to this, if there is any way in your life that you've been waiting for someone to validate that you're enough, waiting for someone to validate you're worthy, waiting for someone to prove to you, waiting for you to feel good about yourself, this is a reminder to you, to tell you that you don't need anything outside of yourself. You're already worthy, you're already enough, you're already, you're everything you desire to be. You just need to believe that for yourself. And once you believe that for yourself, the world will mirror that back to you. The world will reflect that back to you, right? So yeah, that was what I thought to come share today. If you feel resonated to me, or what's the word, if you feel like I resonate, if you feel like you resonate with me, and you feel like this is the community I'm trying to, not I'm trying, I'm consciously building a community of people where we can all come together and use our stories to help ourselves go through things, right? So yeah, if you feel like this is the community you'd like to belong, please hit the subscribe button, click on share this video to anyone you feel needs to hear it, comment. If you have questions, please drop in the comment section. I would either reply, or if I feel like I want to do a video to respond to that, I will do a video to respond to that. So thank you all so much for rocking with me, for doing purpose with me. I'm so grateful. Yeah, till my next video. I love you guys so much.